Hey artists, it's Grace here from Printbest, your print-on-demand partner. Today's video is about one of the biggest elements of any art business, and that's branding. Building a strong personal brand sets you apart from other artists and helps your audience feel connected to your work. It also helps you stay fresh in people's minds. But branding is not a one-and-done deal. It's important to grow your personal brand to help people remember you. But before we get into how to do that, we want to hear from you. What are some of the branding challenges that you've encountered in the past? Let us know by commenting below. Then make sure you're subscribed to the Printbest channel because we're going to be making more videos to help artists and their businesses. Now, let's get started. So, how do you grow your brand in a way that makes people remember you? Well, the first step is evaluating your current branding to see if it's doing what it's supposed to do. So what is good branding supposed to do? First, it should connect with your audience. If your brand is doing that successfully, great. If it isn't, it's time to update. To begin, you need to know who your target audience is. Who are the people most likely to buy your art? Do some research based on your own sales records. If you don't have those, search online to find artwork with a similar style as yours and see who their fans are. Here are some questions you should be asking. What is the demographic of your target audience? What social media platforms do they prefer? What are the main reasons they purchase art? What do they value in a business? What is their tone of communication? And finally, the golden question, does my brand reflect their values? For example, if your target audience cares about the environment, your brand might revolve around the sustainable paint that you use for your art. If your target audience is pet owners, your brand can be about celebrating the uniqueness of each pet. Now, you might be wondering how you can get your brand to reflect those values. Remember that branding is not just about a logo or a color scheme. A brand should have a story to tell. For example, maybe you discovered your love for art when you were going through a tough time emotionally. Art was what kept you going. In this case, your brand story could be about the healing power of art in your life. And your brand's mission would be using your art to help others overcome a difficult time. Now that's powerful branding. It connects with your audience so much better than just a logo and a color scheme. People would have a reason to buy your art. It sets you apart from other brands and it helps you stay memorable. That's what successful branding should do. At Printbest, our brand story comes from realizing how many people were affected during the pandemic and how e-commerce could help them. We wanted to give people a chance to create an online revenue stream, even if they had a limited budget or no prior knowledge. So at Printbest, our mission is to empower artists and entrepreneurs to run their own business using print on demand. If you're curious about our services, we welcome you to check out our website in the description below. So now that you have your brand story, it's time to talk about the next step to make your brand more memorable. Here's where you provide something valuable to your target audience. If you've ever heard of the content marketing matrix, you know that there are 4 purposes of content. These are also 4 strategies that make your audience remember your brand. The first strategy is to entertain. If your brand provides something that amuses your audience, chances are they'll remember you better. For example, you can share a funny story about what inspired a particular piece of artwork. The second strategy is to inspire. Give your audience some ideas for their next project or share a motivational quote that has kept you going. If you create wall art, show how your pieces can be arranged in a room. It could inspire your audience to purchase your art and imitate your example. The third strategy is to educate. Teach your audience something new. This can be anything from art tips to what your creation process looks like. You can capture a short video of you working on your next project or talk about some of your favorite tools. And the last strategy is to convince. This is where you do your selling. Share customer reviews, talk about your newest item on sale, and hold contests where you ask the audience to follow or leave a comment for a chance to win. These are just a few ideas. The possibilities are endless. All 4 of these strategies can be implemented online, but what if you want to take your branding beyond the screen into your audience's daily lives? We're going to recommend 3 ways to do that. We think the third one is the most relevant today. First, think about items that people use in everyday life and get your art onto those items so that you can sell them and promote your brand. Marketing research found that 89% of consumers can recall the brand on a promotional product they received in the last 2 years. That's a terrific way of making people remember you. Every time they use the item, they're reminded of your business. So what items can you use? Think mugs, t-shirts, bottles, tote bags, hats, and stickers. These are some of the most popular items, but there are so many more options that you can choose from. And getting them printed is easy too. Check out printbest.com for a full catalog of items that you can print on to get your brand out there. The second way to promote your brand in everyday life is to attend events, whether they're in person or virtual. In a report by EventMaker, 90% of customers had more positive feelings about brands after attending a live event. Don't limit yourself to just art shows and artist market. Consider community events, holiday markets, and cultural celebrations. You might even consider being more active in those events by holding art workshops or participating in panels. Remember our content marketing strategies? Providing something educational helps you get remembered. Now, before we reveal our last suggestions for getting your brand out there, we want to encourage you to like this video if you found it helpful and subscribe to the Printbest channel. This is where we post videos to help artists and entrepreneurs with their online businesses. So make sure you don't miss anything by hitting that bell icon. And now our final suggestion for getting your brand out there. Do good and give back to the community. When you show your audience that you care, everyone wins. Not only are you making a positive impact on people's lives, but it also helps them form a good opinion about your brand and remember you for it. If you can tie that into your branding story, even better. Today's video covered a couple of strategies on how to grow your brand and get people to remember you. If you want some more ideas, we encourage you to check out the related blog article linked in the description below. We hope this video was helpful, and we look forward to creating more helpful content for artists like you. Good luck, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.